Milwaukee Brewers are at odds of 125 to 1 to win the World Series. They're at odds of 60 to 1 to take the National League pennant and odds of 100 to 1 to win the National League Central. The Brewers picked up 5 games last season, going from 68 wins in 2015 to 73 wins in 2016. And manager Craig Counsell earned a 3-year extension as he continues to try to get this team back on track. The Brewers lost a big bat, however, and their pitching might not be good enough to overcome that. Chris Carter led the National League with 41 home runs, so obviously he would sign with the New York Yankees in the offseason. The Brewers did bring in Eric Thames, who has spent the last 3 years in Korea, and of course there is going to be more pressure on Ryan Braun to produce. However, the Brewers were rampant on the base pass as they led the National League in stolen bases by a country mile. Jonathan Villar led the National League with 62, while Hernan Perez with 34, Keon Broxton with 23, and Ryan Braun with 16 all chipped in, and they'll be counted on for more of that in 2017. Zach Davies was very good in 2016 for a pitcher in his first full year as a starter, while Junior Guerrero was a surprise. Matt Garza adds some experience, and while he is not as good as he was in the past, he can still give a solid start every once in a while. The big issue is in the middle relief, as Tyler Thornburg is now in Boston, and Carlos Torres might have to take that spot now. Jeremy Jeffress and his 27 saves are now in Texas, and he'll be replaced by former Ranger Naftali Feliz. Last season saw the team go 73-89. They were 41-40 at home and 32-49 on the road. The team went 74-79-9 on the over-under. Finally, the Brewers had the most errors in the majors, and Villar was the biggest culprit with 29. Playing at second base, Villar will have plenty of chances to fix that, but the team as a whole have to improve in the field. Some players to watch for 2017. Ryan Braun had a terrible 2013 after injuries and his steroid usage threatened his career, but he has gotten back to the 30-homer mark, and the Brewers need him again with the loss of Carter. Braun turns 34 in November, but he still might have a couple of big seasons in him. Eric Thames tore the cover off the ball in Korea over his 3 years there, but in 181 Major League games prior to that, he hit 21 homers with a high of 12 in 2011 in Toronto. The Brewers shouldn't expect a 40-home run season, but if Thames is able to hit 15 or 20 and provide solid defense at first base, that would be a great boost. The film is now out on Zach Davies, and a lot of young pitchers have problems making adjustments in their second year in the league. Even though he probably won't start on opening day, Davies is the best starter that Milwaukee has, and Counsell is going to give him a lot of work this season. Naftali Feliz had 72 saves in 2010 and 2011, then dropped off dramatically before he was sent from Texas to Detroit, and then Pittsburgh, where he was decent in the middle relief. He is back as a closer now, and might have a long leash with Thornburg and Jeffress gone, but the Brewers need all of the wins that they can get, so Feliz has to be effective. For more information and statistics on this event and every other sporting event this week, check out bangthebook.com. Bang the Book is your best resource for sports betting information before you make your weekly assault on the sports books.